right, you're first going to take your red paper, and as you can see, I'm going to fold it in half, right down the middle. Now you want to remember to always use the fold part when you're doing your drawing today or your cutting. Okay, so I'm going to take my pencil, and on the folded side, remember, folded side, so I'm not going to go on the side that's open. I'm going to go where the fold is, right there. Now, if you can draw the letter J, this is going to look like a letter J. We're going to start down and come up. We're going to use most of our paper at the top, and then we're going to come back down into a point. We're drawing a half of a heart. Okay, go ahead and draw that on yours. And when I open it up, it should be drawn so I can see it's on the fold. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and grab my scissors. And with those scissors, I am going to now start cutting out that half J. If at any time you need it to go slower, remember you can always pause the video and you can go back. I'm going to cut out that heart. I'm not going to throw away my scraps because I'm going to need parts of that for some other pieces. I can open it up to see how my heart looks. Oh, it's a pretty good heart. That looks pretty healthy. All right, from there, I'm going to take my scrap red paper because I'm going to have to cut some smaller hearts. Now, I'm going to have plenty of scraps, so you don't need additional pieces. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to make it into a square because I'm going to be making the ears. I don't need a huge piece, but 2 squares about the same size because you, of course, have how many ears? No, you don't have 4 ears. You have 2 ears. I'm going to take those 2 pieces, put them on top of each other, and again, I'm going to fold those 2 smaller pieces in half together. This way, I will come out with 2, count them, 2 hearts this time. I'm going to fold it down the middle once again. Now, I hate to remind you, but somebody's going to cut on the cut end and have half hearts. It's okay. Sometimes people make mistakes. I'm going to draw that half J again. I'm going to go up. I'm going to make sure I draw it on the folded part of it. Once again, not the open side, the folded side. All right, I'm going to hold it down, and I'm going to draw a half heart again. Remember, go up and curve and back over. It's almost like a J. It's a pretty good looking J if I do say so myself. Then when I open it up, I can see that it's in the middle. Now I'm going to cut the ears, going to cut along that line. Now again, I had 2 pieces of paper there, so if I have 2 there and I cut it, I'm going to have 2 matching hearts. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to get my glue stick. Now, I'm only going to glue one of them to start with, and I'll show you why in a little bit. So, with my glue stick, and if I lost mine, of course, I can see if a friend will be kind enough to loan me theirs. I'm going to take one of the ears just so I can see how it looks. I'm going to put some glue down on the tip. I'm not covering the whole thing. Notice I'm only covering the tip, right where the 2 round parts are. Okay, I'm going to line it up on my main heart on the face. I'm going to glue that down. Okay, only the one though. I'm going to do the one. And the reason why I'm only going to do the one first is now I'm going to grab my white paper. Remember, we've cut on the fold and we draw on the fold. So I'm going to fold that in half. And then, right on that fold, I'm going to hold one of my hearts that I did not glue to my first heart. See why I waited? I need that for an outline. Okay, I'm going to trace this one. So I see where it's at. I'm going to try to get it as close to the top as I can. Notice I didn't do it right in the middle of the paper. I want to use the most of my paper. Okay, I'm going to trace it. There we go. Got it traced on the fold. There's my half heart. Remember, it's on the what? No, not the bottom. It's on the top. On the fold. All right, now I know I don't need that big a piece, but I do need 2. So I'm going to cut that up right there. Cut that in half. And, well, not in half. I'm going to cut it so I use the most of my paper. And as I can see, oh, I could cut just a piece off of actually this piece here and stick it inside so I can have 2 matching hearts again. So I'm going to cut there. Now I'm going to fold that and put that in there because that's going to fit on inside of that. Now this is going to be the inside of the ears. Okay, once I put that paper in there, notice that they're not the same size, but that's okay because I know where that one folds in the middle and where I'm going to cut. So as long as I have it reaching the same amount, it'll work. Okay, once I've got that there, I'm going to hold them together tight so they don't fall. I'm not going to cut my finger, but I'm going to cut on the inside now because I want these hearts to be smaller. So if I cut inside of that line, I'm going to have a smaller heart than I had on the original one. Bingo, bingo, there we go. All right, so now I've got the inside of my ears cut out. Okay, now I can go ahead and I'm going to put glue on the tips of this one, and I'm going to stick it on because I don't need it for to trace anymore. Okay, I'm going to put it on there. Perfect. Oh, perfect. This is the best looking fox. Can you believe how good this fox looks? It's a fox, all right. Okay, I'm going to take the glue, put it on the white. And now I'm going to stick it on the inside of the ears that I already glued on to my fox. Now remember, if you need more time, pause the video and go back. I'm going to do that on both of them. And I'm going to stick them on just like so. Alright, once we got them stuck on, I'm going to take my scissors and my white paper, going to fold it in half, and I'm going to cut that. It was already folded in half from before, but I'm going to go ahead and cut it in half. Because now I'm going to be working on the eyes. The eyes, the things that see into your soul. Alright, I'm going to hold those two up there so that they're equal. Fold that in half again. Now remember, we do everything on the, not just on the paper, but on the fold. Everything on the fold. Gonna make sure I'm on the fold. Okay, yes, the folded area. But remember, now I have those two pieces. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna draw that half heart again, which is pretty much a letter J. Go down and up to a point. Now again, I'm going to cut those out right along my lines there. Cut all the way around. Be careful. You may need to press pause here to stay caught up. Okay. Oh, but look at those eyes. I'm looking at those. I've got two of them. And as I put them on my fox, oh no, that's quite the big eye. I don't want that big of an eye. Oh no, what do? I cut it already. Well, if it's too big, I can cut it again. Now again, on the fold, just going to go inside the lines that I already cut before and just make it smaller now. Oh, that was easy. All right, now let's look and see. How do those fit? Oh, perfect. Perfect. That's going to look great. Okay, so far so good. Now that I've got the eyes there, we're missing some stuff. We need the black paper now to go forward. So with my black paper, now to trace on the black, we want these hearts to be smaller than what the eyeballs were. So I'm going to have to put those on there. So I'm going to go ahead and put a heart there. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to fold it where I have that heart. I'm just seeing how much I need to cut. So if a heart fits there, I can just cut straight down there to make a heart the same size as what I had there. Now, one thing you need when we're tracing on here, we're going to have white paper this time. Or not white paper, but a white crayon. Because a pencil, we wouldn't be able to see. So if we have a white crayon, it will show up on that black paper. I'm going to put those two pieces together so I have two equal hearts. Going to put the white heart for my other eye on there. And then with my white crayon, I'm going to trace over on the black paper to give me my outline for my next hearts. Now, if these are going on the inside, do we want them to be bigger, the same, or smaller? We want them to be smaller, so I'm going to cut on the inside of my lines to make it just a little bit smaller than it was before. There we go. I can line it up on there and see how it looks, but I'm going to go ahead and get my handy-dandy sticky majigger. Oh yes, my sticky majigger is my glue stick. I'm going to put that on there really nice. I'm going to stick it on that eye, just like so. So a heart for an eye. Notice I haven't glued the white down yet. I haven't put my eyes on there yet, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick the glue onto the black piece of paper. I'm going to stick it onto the white one so I have two eyes. There we go. Two eyes. Now I'm going to put the glue on the back of the eye, the white part of the eye. There we go. Just like that. I'm going to put that eye on there. Oh yeah. And he was a one-eyed fox, but we found the other eye. We're going to go ahead and put glue on that, and I'm going to stick it on there as well. Again, if you're falling behind, feel free to press pause, and you can always go back and replay parts of the video. Now that I got the eyes on there, it's time to take my black paper again, and I'm going to fold it in half on well, not in half, but I'm going to fold it over somewhere on there. I need to do the nose, and I know the nose is going to be smaller than the eyes. I can probably draw that J pretty quickly. And how many noses do we have? No, we don't have 3 eyes. We do have 2 eyes, but we only have 1 nose. So I'm going to look at there and see, okay, I want it to go about this big. I lined it up on there, used my white crayon again, and I drew that half J. That looks like a pretty good nose. I'm going to use my scissors and cut out one more time. One more time. Again, if this is too fast for you, press pause. Go back and rewatch it. Okay, got my nose there. Oh, that nose smells. Let's put some glue on that nose. Okay, got some glue on that nose. I'm going to pop it down there and make sure it stays. Stay. There you go. You've got your fox. Now this next part's a little tricky. We're going to go into our white scraps of paper. Now you can double it up. I didn't double it up this time, but I'm going to go ahead and cut it, or fold one of the scraps in half, and I'm going to try to cut a circle, just a little one, little circle on the inside. Remember, since I folded it, I only have to cut half of it. Okay, I'm going to cut it, then I'm going to do it again around it so that I have a hole in there. Okay, so I cut out on the inside. Now I only did one. Probably a bad mistake on my part, because now I'm going to have 2 different looking eyes. It's okay. It's your world. You can make it what you want. Just happy little mistakes, right? No mistakes, just happy accidents. Gonna put some glue on there. Put that white on there. Now my fox's eyes pop. Okay, I'm going to take another piece of scrap. I'm going to fold it over so that I can be cutting a perfect circle, because circles are a little hard to do. Okay, I'm going to cut around there just like I did. Cut the inside just a little bit, kind of a half donut. Then, once I've got that, I'm going to cut around it a second time, like so. Very carefully going around and around. Now I've got another little half circle. There we go. I'm going to stick some glue on there, and we will be done. So, hope you enjoyed this art lesson. If you did, make sure you click submit and like, and we'll see you next time for another quick little art lesson.